Hey guys, it's Broheen here from the Silent Broheen channel. I'm going to be doing a updated Harbinger spec tonight. So what I'll probably do is a PvP video later on about why I'm updating the spec. But for right now, we're going to go right into the build and the rotation. So the spec has changed a little bit sultry wise. We use Coolermaster and Elementalist this time. So fill up 61 Harbinger, 8 Coolermaster, 7 Elementalist. The 2 off trees do 5 in natural awareness and 3 in nature's corrosion for chloro, and then an elementalist do 5 in biting cold and 2 in elemental link. Now for the macros, your spam macro is going to be show Storm's Fury, cast Storm's Fury, cast Rending Slash, cast Vengeful Shock. Your proc is going to be a show vorpal slash, cast vorpal slash, cast lightning strike, cast vile spores in this case. However, that can be subbed out with crystalline missiles if you want a little extra DPS. And then cast not active in brackets, charged blade. Then you have your Empyrean Ascension macro, which is show Empyrean Ascension, cast Empyrean Ascension, cast dancing limbs, cast storm nova, cast energy beam, cast shocking touch, and cast not active in brackets, charged blade. Those are the only 3 we're going to be using in here, so I'm not going to go into the blade mark macro and the interrupt macro, so we're going to call it good there. Now for the buffs, we're going to use Eldritch Armor, Life-Giving Veil, and Lightning Blade. There's a couple things you can do with the other buffs here. For instance, if you're about to kill a mob, just switch to Reaper's Blade and then kill them. You get the 10% damage buff for 15 seconds, and then switch back to whichever other weapon you were using, whether it was Lightning Blade or Luminous Weapon. So down on the next bar, I have all of our utilities here, and then the blade mark macro, which we won't be using. Keep phantom blades on there, so if you're ever far away from an enemy or if you have to turn around, you put that on, and you can actually turn around and cast your abilities at the enemy without actually looking at them for most of your slashing attacks. We're going to use phase step to teleport behind the enemy if you're going against one enemy, because you don't want to zip around to 5 different ones and lose your place. Out of combat blade rush, you can jump in and hit the enemy. Charge blades in the macro, so that will automatically come up and be toggled on. These 3 over here are your Vorpal Slash, Lightning Strike, and Storm's Fury. You want to watch those to see when they're all on cooldown to know whether you should go into Tempest Winds or your Empyrean Ascension. So your first macro is here. Second, or your proc macro here. Keep Lucent Slash on your bar. That's the interrupt. Keep Piercing Beam, which is your opener. And then Blazing Light is your second opener. And then I keep Radiant Spores, same Radiant Spores macro from my Coolermaster video, which is Radiant Spores and Withering Vine. And then for PvP, use Glaring Fetters on the enemy, so not relevant to this video. So the moral of this story is, you want to get your dots up, keep them up, and use your Eldritch Gift procs whenever they come up. So what you do is you open with a Piercing Beam. I'll run up and do a slow roll here. So run up, hit him with a Piercing Beam, then hit him with Blazing Light. Then you're going to hit him with the spam. You're going to notice that you're getting Rending Slash up here. You want to maintain that 3 stacks. Now you have a proc. So you're going to use your Vorpal Slash and a Lightning Strike. That proc allows your Vorpal Slash to only take up half of a global cooldown, which is half a second. And then you can cast your Lightning Strike immediately after. So you can tell, even in a slow rotation, it's still already doing 6,000 DPS, which this rotation is outrageously slow. So, and then you always want to watch your buffs up here. You need to make sure you're constantly hitting them with the spam too to keep your Rending Slash up, and Lucent Slashes to refresh your Blazing Light. And then when this one's about to fall off, your Piercing Beam, you use Piercing Beam on them again. and then continue with your macro. Now when all three of these are on cooldown, hit them with a Tempest Winds. Then again, you want to make sure that you're Blazing Light, Piercing Beam, and it looks like because the rotation's going slow, we lost our Rending Slashes. Once these three are all up, everything else is on cooldown. Go into Empyrean Ascension, start obliterating with that. Once you're in Empyrean Ascension, you have to make sure you're still hitting your Lucent Slash to refresh Blazing Light, and you still need to refresh your Piercing Beam, and you should still keep up your Rending Slash dot from being in here. So everything has to be timed exactly perfect, and it's a very challenging spec. I'm going to try my hardest to show you how the spec can work, but it's very, very rotation heavy. So I haven't quite gotten the 100% full hang of it, but now I'm going to get out of combat, reset the meter, and we're going to show you a full blast speed as fast as I can do it. We're going to show you how the rotation looks and how the DPS looks. So again, make sure you're buffed, and we will be phase stepping in. Piercing Beam, Blazing Light. I'm not going to talk so much so I can concentrate here. So I think I messed up the rotation a little bit there, but you kind of get the gist. I mean, I didn't watch to see what we were doing over here, but I'm guessing it was right around 10k. Not my best pull with it. I pulled around 12k when I was in Tempest Bay, but I was hitting one other dummy by accident. There was nothing I could do about it. So literally for single target against a level 62 raid boss dummy, this spec can be raid ready for something such as TDQ, where you want everybody to be doing 10k damage. Pretty much 10k damage minimum. You'll definitely meet the 8k, but this wouldn't be the first spec I would choose to be in any dungeon. I would definitely prefer either Necro or Pyro. You do more damage with that. So if you guys have any questions about this build, like I said, I had to reach out online to kind of correct this, and look at some other builds and see what other people were doing in order to really get it straight here. So this is the updated version of Harbinger for level 60 mage, and if you like the video, press the like button. If you want to leave a comment, give us your thoughts, or dislike it and let us know why, please leave a comment, and we'll try to address the issue as soon and as best as possible. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.